Hi, my name is Nathania Aritao, but I go by the name Tanya. And I went to UWC Costa Rica from 2006 to 2008. I work in multiple different industries, but I'm an artist, social entrepreneur, currently working in social investment, and really care about social justice issues and how to use entrepreneurship to help people thrive. So I was born in the Philippines, in a city called Bacolod, but I grew up really in Metro Manila, which is the city center of the Philippines. I've always been interested in creative work. So, I started dancing ballet when I was 6 years old. How I applied to UWC is that I learned about it through a family friend. My mom encouraged me to apply, and at first I was like, not really interested. In the end, I did apply, got the application sorted almost at the last minute. I think it was something I was meant to have in my journey, but I didn't seek it out myself independently. I think I was very open to the opportunity. At the same time, I remember a bit of an experiment, right? I was like, how am I going to be when I'm no longer, tied to my initial family unit? It was fun. I just adapted. And I think that's something about humans, being able to adapt and feel at home in a place that wasn't yet fully home. So after UWC Costa Rica, I went to the US for my undergrad. I went to a small liberal arts college called Wheaton College. I eventually majored in art and minored in dance while I was there, but also was nurturing some of the things that I had already started exploring while I was at UWC. By that time, it had been about 6 years since leaving home, and I decided that I wanted to go home to the Philippines and set down some what I call adult roots. And that's how I fell in love with social entrepreneurship, because I moved home and had this opportunity to work with women who were moving into a phase of being independent in their lives and being able to come out of a previously difficult situation. So I'd worked for a company in the Philippines for 6 years. I'm still connected with them, but that experience really pushed me to want to see what else is happening in the world in this space. And that led me to moving to the UK to do my MBA at the Said Business School at the University of Oxford. There's a school center for social entrepreneurship, which just seemed like a wonderful space to continue this learning journey that I was on. And so I moved to the UK 4 years ago to do that. My eyes were opened about the human rights and labor rights issues of people who come to the UK as domestic workers. And I had assumed that, being in the UK, there would be more protection for their right, but actually the same issues that we see around the world, situations, they happen in London as well. They happen all over the world. And all of that has led me to, to really continue to see the role of social entrepreneurship in society. More recently, I've started to work in social investment. I work as a portfolio manager at Unlimited, which is a foundation for social entrepreneurs. I do work as a professional artist, and sometimes that's outside of all the other work that I've described here. And when it comes to my art, I love to make art that lifts other people up. And I think that perhaps is sort of one of the more lighter touch connections between the other work that I do, where I like to involve myself in things that help people thrive. We don't have to just be one thing or have one role, and we never have just one role. I would encourage people to see all the different roles that we play. And of course, we can't be all 20 things or even 5 things at once, but to appreciate that as human beings, we're very complex, and there's many different parts of ourselves, and to honor different parts of ourselves at different times as appropriate.